Monster Town and the Bearded Statues. Thorn Town, Mona's hometown, begins with a large set of rusted open gates. They are unloved and battered by time. They yearn for a caring touch. They lead into the only road into or out of the town. The words Thorn Town can't quite be made out, but are spelled in iron above the gates. The words look like they have drawn the moss up to cover themselves from embarrassment. A mumbled argument along with the rumbling engines of construction vehicles rattle beyond the gates in the town centre. Thorn Town has the look and demeanour of a formerly loved but now neglected teddy bear. Once pretty, perfect and prized, it's now used up, missing an eye, ripped at the seams and a bit stinky. Around the town square are shops that are all a week away from closing or already closed. Construction vehicles, eager to start demolition and remodelling, sit next to pallets of bricks and steel girders, looking new and clean but soulless next to the expressive caricatures of the old buildings already in place. The argument is about and in front of the statue of Barry Bushy Thorn, a once bronze, now dirt green statue of a 19th century trapper dressed in his trademark fur and a big bushy beard. He holds the town plans in one hand and his rifle in his other. Around his feet lay small, dead animals in traps. An inscription reads, Barry Bushy Thorn, town founder, building hope for his people. Mona's dad argues with the mayor, who is paying more attention to the game on his phone. Matching the sweets in a row on his screen with his thumbs is getting tricky. Bamboozling a local nuisance is never a challenge. The mayor was born in town 29 years ago and has resented it ever since. His suit is smart and expensive, but it still somehow looks like it belongs to someone else. Dad, in full righteous rant, waves his homemade Save Bushy leaflets at the mayor as he continues his passionate defence. His bike leans on the statue. Until Saturday, it stays put. It says here, until the final vote, you can't start the befouling of Barry Bushy Thorn, our town founder. We, the people, have the final say, not an outside conglomerate. The mayor nods, seemingly agreeing, never taking his eyes off his phone, even when Dad waves a leaflet over it. 3 workmen stand looking on at the weird but commonplace interaction. Construction Kev is the foreman and is a man of few words and fewer facial expressions. He likes fishing and naps and collecting antique tools, mainly because he can do all those things on his own without speaking. He has many tools on his tool belt, always prepared for work, over prepared. He likes work. He doesn't like watching arguments. Long, near, endless arguments. Brad and Jack take it in turns to try to sneak tools out of Kev's overstuffed tool belt. They need to amuse themselves and annoy Kev, so this seems an ideal solution to both. Dad is now in full-on lecture beast mode. Bushy has stood here almost a century as a reminder of what could be done with sweat, determination and hope. Scholars still argue how he cleared the trees, brought the stones from the quarries and built a town single-handedly. This town is so rich in history, it has 3 books written about it. Yeah, I wrote them. They're good. You should get them. I can sign them if you want. Regardless, you can't bulldoze our history just to put up a mall. Yeah, mall. And a casino, yeah? Handful of flushing monarchs and nice green monies. We updated the plans. You seen them? Nah? Yeah, been progress approved, the mayor says as he almost looks up from his phone. Our founder and his fabulous face follicles were very forward-thinking and wouldn't stand in the way of our future-proofing fortunes. Trouble is, literally, yeah, he is standing in the way of the entrance to the mall. Needs to slide aside, pop him out of the ground and push him onward. New pastures passed on to the future. And that's how it starts. Dad's conspiracy theory has been confirmed. One statue gone. A bit of road ripped up. Then you start demolishing the houses and kicking us townfolk out. Jack distracts Kev with a tap on the shoulder as Brad lifts another tool out of his belt. Seems you have a case of the drama ramas. It's only a statue. The mayor now paying full attention to his phone again. Saturday! We'll see Saturday when the town votes. No one is to touch any of their tools until then. To make sure, I'm going drastic, says Dad as he takes the security chain off his bike. He puts the bike lock around the statue, around himself, and padlocks himself in tight. He throws the key as far as he can. Okay, see you Saturday then, yeah? Replies the mayor, ignoring Dad's actions. Brad distracts Kev as Jack swipes his hammer from his belt. You're leaving? I won? I'm a winner? Says a surprised and suspicious and borderline happy Dad. The mayor and construction workers walk away. Dad tries to undo the lock, but with no key, it's impossible. Kev? Mate? Can you cut me out? The key's gone. Sorry, you can't touch any tools until Saturday. Toodles! The mayor has a slight smile. Maybe it's to do with the completion of the level of his game he's playing on his phone. Or maybe it's because he's imagining Dad being tied to the statue when it gets demolished. Construction Kev shrugs apologetically and looks down at his now half-empty tool belt, confused. Brad and Jack laugh, waving Kev's tools back at him. Kev chases after the now running pair. Dad struggles, squirms, stretches and squishes himself unsuccessfully to try to get out of his self-imposed prison.